Following YouTube video is the 2016 graduation ceremony, the valedictorian speech given at the International Church of Metro Detroit. That was held June 10th, 2016 for the Apostolic Theological Seminary. It was live streamed, and this YouTube video is made for some people who were unable to watch by live stream. Thank you, President and Vice President Klein, for all that you've given to the students of ATS. Thank you, Pastor Wilson, for hosting the ceremony. And thank you to all those who've worked so hard to make this a special evening. When I was informed that I would be making the class remarks, I understood what Moses must have felt like. For who am I? What words could I say? Words of vision and encouragement at such times as these. And like Moses, I received the same answer. For he said, I will put my words in your mouth and in your heart. Now consider when this conversation began, what was in the center of my first statement? Who am I? What can I say? And what did God say? It's about him. If there is anything I have learned this past year, is what the letter is in the center of the word pride. At the outset of this journey to earn a master's degree, it was all about me. I wanted to learn more about the Bible. I had no intention of becoming a minister. Who in their right mind would want to be a pastor? Sure, ATS is a seminary school, but they had the program I was looking for. I thought if I understood more about Greek, I could understand the Bible better. But what I discovered is the more you learn, the more you realize there is even more to learn. And I hope you get that. If I wanted to know the Bible better, like Pastor Wilson said earlier, I realized I need to learn Syriac Aramaic, Imperial Aramaic, Hebrew, and a host of other information about the original manuscripts. If you desire the truth and desire to be the best at whatever you do, you're always in the learning mode. As I acquired this treasure of knowledge and selfishly clung to it, the time came when it started to overflow and spill out. I couldn't contain it any longer. Some say that they are called. Perhaps. I say it just flows out. Eventually, a book came spilling out of me that I just couldn't contain. And from that, people started to call and ask me to speak and teach. Like Moses, I didn't make myself a leader. I did not ask to be a leader. I was even called and asked to start a Bible study group for local college students. Who am I? How did they find me? What I realized at this time was it wasn't about me. It's about God. If you can take the I out of your lives and put things into perspective, perhaps things will flow a little differently for you as well. If you're a parent, take the I out of it. Sure, we're all proud of our children, but it isn't about what you've done. God gave you that child and gave him or her their good health. He gave them their intelligence, their athleticism. He gave you the ability to provide them a good home and to raise them well. If you're a business owner, it's not about what you've done to make that dream come true. God has ordered your steps. He gave you the health to work hard to accomplish what you have. He has provided a wall of protection around you so that you may prosper. If you're an administrator or an educator, it's God who saw you through those torturous days of long meetings, long hours of study, and it was He who got you safely home in a car after your travels. It was God who gave you the edge on that promotion or landing that job. In spite of who we think we are, we do not know it all. We did not accomplish it alone. And we do need to put God first. Every day, wake up and say thanks. In times such as these, times of trouble, we need to give our lives to God so that He can use us in whatever He's called us to do. There's no job too small. Don't say, "Who am I, Lord, to speak to your people?" He's called all of us to share the good news. I know that I speak on behalf of my classmates when I say that we're just overflowing with messages from God, that He is opening doors to places we could not have. And we may not have planned on writing books or being leaders, but God has ordered our steps. I've been fortunate enough to watch many classmates go through many changes in the past 2 years, such as Natanya Hales, who's severely disabled, yet she is able to teach Hebrew and has written a book. Apostolic Theological Seminary is on the cutting edge of a new way of teaching for both the teacher and the student who may have been overlooked, using webinars, teaching online. And to those of you who are not interested in taking classes, just keep in that learning mode. In conclusion, if we can take the I out of pride, then our future is given to us in the Scripture. We will have peace, we will have rest, we will have daily bread, we will have eternity.